Welcome to this week's Q&A. We have a good question this week from one of our viewers in Hong Kong, and he's asking about current volatility that we've seen in the bond markets. And it's been a volatility that's been almost unprecedented, certainly for a very long time, which has bond yields moving sharply lower and sharply higher, especially at the short end of the curve. So US 6 months, 1 years and 2 years. In Australia, similarly 2 and 3 year bonds have moved up and down very, very quickly, and that's been caused by the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and failures amongst other regional banks in America, and then contagion spreading out into Europe with stress being placed upon Credit Suisse and other organizations. And obviously people are looking at how central banks are going to react to this. Is this going to bring forward the peak of the rate cycle, both in the US and in Australia? Is the peak rate going to be less than anticipated before this volatility occurred? So a lot of important questions, and our viewers asking, well, look, what difference is this going to make to the interest rate that I'll be paying? And he happens to have a fixed rate loan which is expiring before the middle of this year, 2023, and asking this question, which is a really, it's a great question. It's playing on lots of people's minds who are in a similar position and wondering what to do. So at the moment, as we've been advising most of our clients, depending on their personal situations, it's probably more suitable to remain on a variable interest rate in Australia than jumping into a new fixed rate. However, the interesting thing that I find in relation to what's been going on, and potentially a benefit for us as borrowers, is that if bond yields start moving down and then perhaps staying there, we could see the banks being able to produce some products that are fixed rate once again, which may help people get over this hump in this massive jump, in interest rates from sub 2% to 6%. And banks may be able to construct some new fixed rate products which they could bring to the market to help a lot of these Australian borrowers who are coming off this fixed rate cliff, as been sort of mooted in most of the media. And we'll just have to keep an eye on that, but it is a positive development, I think, from that viewpoint. Of course, you have to look at the flip side of this, and that is, does that bring on greater recessionary forces? And certainly that is the case, I believe, in many parts of the world. But I think Australia, to a large extent, may be shielded from some of the worst impacts of this. And I still think whilst demand will slow, GDP growth will slow, I don't think that Australia is going to head for a recession during this cycle as we can see it. So I hope that's been helpful. If you find this interesting, or you find yourself in a similar situation and need some advice about your own particular situation, then please don't hesitate to reach out. Email us or call us. We'll have somebody contact you and see if we can assist you with your particular outcomes. I'm Andrew Unterweger, and I'll see you at next week's Q&A.